Let's do it. I mean, if the sun was out and it wasn't foggy, that's probably going to be pretty good. It feels good to be back at the drive-in, and look at our settlers have been doing some work. Now, you might not have noticed at the end of the last episode, but guess what? They've been doing some work. Let me give you a quick little show. I mean, it's nothing overly huge, but still a little something. So we know I've been thinking about building this area up here a little bit as in maybe my own personal space instead of the top over there. And this right here is kind of playing around. I actually had this wide on this side. Yeah, I don't like it. It's way too wide. It's way too wide. Doesn't work. Actually, honestly, none of it works. None of it works. And I couldn't even get any of the posts to fit. So I don't know if this is going to work at all. I removed this side, obviously. Need to remove this side. But just a basic something. Again, just playing around. I did get this going. I know someone had mentioned this quite a few episodes ago. And I got this going. And I actually think I do have one at Sanctuary. But I think I placed it in a weird spot. And we'll have to look for it next time we get back there. Like a very, very weird spot. Which is why I never see it. But I got everybody signed, which is cool. And also, I like the aspect that you can actually find your companions. I didn't know that. Never used it. I've never really used this before. So that's very cool. Also, kind of built this up a little bit. Again. Well, this one actually does make sense. Although I do need a post right there. But yeah, so I need to kind of do that, something similar here. We'll figure that out. But yeah, so also got rid of all, well, not all, because you still see the landing right there a bit. But some major work has been done, actually. This still exists. I moved, whoa, McCready, hey buddy. I moved all of these workbenches, so no longer anything in here. I still feel like we should use this for something because it's a cool spot. I just don't exactly know what so far, and I really don't know what to use this for either. But
easy living.
Yeah, it's not. Removed all of this. I kept those because there is still a generator up there. There's one, but I kept those. This is all gone. Look at this. Look at this. And what do we do with this space? What do we do with the space? How do we fill the space out? I still like an entrance here. I think simply because it just kind of builds off of that fencing. Although maybe, and then it gives us access to both of those rooms. We could maybe just build off of the building. Yeah, I don't know. Still playing with that though. Nothing new over here. This is just my quick, easy access in and out.
This failure is new to me.
There's Ada. I completely filled out this to get a bit of our farm
It's
indoors.
astounding how much we still have to discover out here.
I like to get at least.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us.
Wow,
But
everybody's chatty
Perhaps
today.
we should seek shelter.
So we got all this in here. We still have quite a bit of the farm outside. Got a water pump in here. Upgraded to the industrial water pumps. We got that. I wanted to focus mainly on the razor grain in here because the noodle cups. Threw down a little bit of decoration just to kind of get an idea. And we don't really have a dedicated space. Threw this down. Threw down a couple workbenches over here. And where is it? I threw down somewhere the pool table. Obviously not going to go here, but at some point we do need a full-on rec/entertainment area. All the beds that were still remaining over here in that spot there, all moved over here. So we're back up to 25 beds. Crafting stations are all right here right now. The chemistry was out in the main area. This was built brand new. We still have the one inside the drive-in area, but these two were moved from that one room. Got doors on these on the lower level. So you can see we got doors on all 6 of these. I actually also went up another full level. I still need to figure out how to get doors in here. This has been a bit of a issue. Might have to rework. Yeah, I'll have to play around with that, but we'll hopefully eventually get that. And then this is the next level.
Systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency.
Started to build these. These will have doors if we do all concrete, so that's what we might have to do in the middle level. Hopefully it's not too much of an issue. But yeah, there's that. This thing has not moved at all. But this is basically bridging from there to there, up to there. I don't know if we need the bridge, but I do like, whoa. I do like the cosmetics of this. So yeah. Now what I tried to do was I tried to get it up on that.
Forever.
Could not do so.
Five my setting.
I don't know if it's because the wiring and all that stuff is there or what, but I'll do some more finaglings because we can get it on that. That would be kind of nice. What else is there? I think that's it for this main area here. Yeah, I believe so. Here, I closed this off. I've always wanted to because of the way that wing falls. It's an access point. It's not the perfect, most beautiful thing, but it does kind of work-ish. So, yeah, and at one point I was messing around trying to put the clinic back here. But, yeah, that clearly did not go. Oh, I need to get rid of you. Put a bar in here. Put Ron Staples here. I actually probably should put Ron in the mains position and move the other guy back here. But we've got a bar back here. Still have all of our seating for the bar. Still got this. It's just another entrance point. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we got the entry up there. Actually, probably make more sense to have an entry here than up there. But that's right off the road. So, yeah. Not sure about that. Oh, right here. Finally built for the first time. Ever, actually. Ammunition plant. And I made some 45. Made some 45. I also purchased a decent amount of 45 too. So we are looking good on the 45 with our weapons. So yeah, that's the first time I've done that. Playing around with that. Obviously it's not going to go there. Just need to improve on that and build that out over time. Threw down a few decorations here. Move the cigarette machine there. Put this lamp here, or this fire pit there. I think those were always there. Nuka-Cola machine there. Milk machine there. I just kind of liked how it was back in there, but I don't know if it's gonna last. And then here's where I put the clinic. I thought it was kind of neat. If you come on in, you got the clinic, access to the clinic right away. Thought that'd be kind of cool. Fire pit there. Didn't do anything over here. This is all the same. Added a third tub here for hopefully, I think these create fertilizer. I think that's the way that works. And then, so this is still here, obviously. And then the farm has been reduced because a good portion of the farm went inside. Would be nice to get it all inside, but obviously that's not going to be doable. So I'm still going to have to figure out a way to basically protect the rest of the farm. But at least it's kind of half-half. And I like it on the inside next to the water because it just makes sense. This is still here. And then also, I really like, this one took a while. I'm sure I've shown this already. But I really like the upstairs kind of rotunda protection area. Or defensive. I still really love having these as you walk in. You see the power armor there. But yeah, and then completing this all the way around. Boom. Defenses. 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 Eventually, I'd like to be able to get these to something a little more powerful, but that's what we got for now. But I like having this whole area here for visibility. Clear visibility if and when we get attacked. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much the tour, I believe. I don't think there's been anything else that's been updated, but yeah. Settlers have been working, and they will continue. It's always kind of cool to see these in phases a bit. Now, getting back to the story, one thing that did happen while I was doing this is we got a notification. Oh yeah, we already knew about that one. But I got a notification. We know we need to still continue to travel with McCready to progress along with him. But where is... Need to find... Feels like it should be at the top. I got a notification that we need to go back and talk to Jack. Feels like it should be towards the top. but I am not seeing it. Oh, it's a miscellaneous. Okay, talk to Jack Cabot about the artifacts. So I think we're going to do that. That gets us back downtown also. Maybe even to Hangman's. And yeah, let's just kind of venture along today and see where it takes us. Along the way, I've been meaning to stop back here. So I have been told, Tony H, that I had missed some stuff here. And sure enough, Zoe's diary completely missed this. Let's take a look. Grab that and inventory. It's under MISC, right? Zoe's all the way at the bottom. There we go. If your name's not Zoe, you're not reading this, then you are dead. Ramblings. So I decided to start keeping a diary in this little holotape. I thought it'd be cool to only update it at different terminals, kind of like my own little collection. Although half the time I have no idea where we are. Navigation's not really my thing. I leave that up to the bots. Today we stopped by this decent looking salvage yard. It's impressively not gross and overrun with ferals like the last one. Lisa helped me fix up this terminal so I can get down to business. Anyway, I think Ada and I got some pretty good defenses set up for now. We have enough supplies for a bit, so I imagine we'll give this place a pretty good once over. I really need to find some good things to trade if I want a new pair of gloves anytime soon. Saw that real quick. That was a quick one. Raiders are dumb. I'd like to think that people like us are safe based on just on their stupidity alone. They tried to steal something off Porter last night. A GD luggage toting sentry bot. Porter wasted 2 of them. Another one set off a tripwire while running away. And the last one, we think, tripped and just impaled himself on his own knife. That's why you don't run with sharp objects. Of course, waking up to gunfire isn't very cool either. I think it's time we moved on. Who protects the Protectron? Found this pretty cool factory with some decent Protectron parts, so Jackson is all hell-bent on making us a little bodyguard robot. He's been working on it with shades all day. Think of naming it Hertz. I can't wait. I love Protectrons. Protect and serve. Oh, and I'm totally authorized to use Deadly Force 24/7. I kind of like that too. In the meantime, Ada and I set up the usual defenses, and then she helped me dig around for fuses and stuff. Not that I'm lazy, but robots are the best when they don't do heavy lifting. When you don't do heavy lifting or feel like carrying stuff around. And this all reminds me, I needed to, back at the drive-in, I meant to, and I failed, place down a, the big mortar thing so we can get the protection from a distance. And then I do still at some point need to build the robot workshop. But we have so many, right now I have so many companions that I need to learn about and experience. We'll get there at some point though. Seriously. So here we are at this rundown mom and pop repair store, and we find this trader hiding in the closet. Said he thought he might be raiders and just hid there for an entire day and night. And yeah, it's as gross as you might think because closets don't have toilets or toilet paper for that matter. Anyway, he said we're pretty near this area called the Commonwealth that we might want to check out. Said it's got a few decent places for trading as well as an old General Atomics factory. I think Jackson's all excited at the idea of upgrading Turing. That old Mr. Handy has seen better days. Very cool. So this is them learning about the Commonwealth. Shopping spree. It would be really cool on the earlier ones if we knew exactly where they were. Like, did they come from DC? Did they come from, somewhere Pittsburgh, South, the Pit, something like that? It would be kind of cool. You're not going to believe it, but we stopped in a department store. It's like a dream come true. I already found some new gloves and boots, not to mention a pair of sunglasses that will make shades owe me huge favors. Pretty sure I can get him to take all my night watches for at least a week to get these babies. Turing has the rest of the route charted to the Commonwealth. We also heard there's a place called Diamond City. But yeah, not what you think. Apparently it's some sort of old-timey sports stadium. Could be fun though. It'd be nice to check in with another large settlement soon. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. I don't know if there was, I think that was all, because I did look around here already. So this is where we came across the robots, right? There was this big fracas that we came, there's Porter that was mentioned. And then I think there's Shades. Can we, also not only Shades, is this Deacon? Not only Shades, but he's doubling up. on the shades and faces. There's Liza that we heard about. Don't think I'm missing anything else. And then there's Jackson. Jackson's arm. That's going to hurt a bit. It's going to definitely leave a mark. Mole rat meat? Yeah, we'll take that. McCready, we got a little more info. And again, I think that's everything here. So, yeah. Continuing still on the Cabot house. Jack, we're home. We're home, Jack. Oh, there's Mama. Oh, hey, buddy. Edwin. Edward.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk. Where is Good Jack? I think we've seen him up here in the past. Oh, is she going up to talk to him?
Oh, what do you want?
I'm looking for Jack. Looking for your boy. Oh. Wait, have we been up in here? I don't know if we have. Oh. Well, we got to get a hack in on this one.
I'm through.
We're through. Whoa. Look at all. 1968. We know these guys go back a couple hundred years. Like 400 years, isn't it? Wait. Oh, this is Imogene's room. Another unwanted gift from my loving brother. Still, it might be interesting to play around with. Just a week later. This whole computer thing turned out to be more interesting than I thought. Oh, the computer was the gift. I've been learning a lot from various BBSs. Jack's been griping about some mistake he made in setting up his terminal. So I poked around until I found the file. It would be simple to fix it for him, but not nearly as much fun as watching him try to solve it on his own. Nice. Then a few months later, a couple months, I was playing around with some new ideas and hit upon a good gag. Wonder how long it'll take Jack to figure it out. Oh, what is the gag? And then look at that, all 68, and then it goes up to 1984. Went to see Father again. I just showed up at Parsons and threatened to make a scene until Jack finally agreed to let me go down. I don't know why I keep going. Father puts on quite an act for me, but I know it's not really him. Not since he got back from his trip wearing that horrible crown. Keep hoping that somehow he'll come back, that I'll see even a glimmer of the real person again. Maybe Jack will eventually succeed. As annoying as he can be, I can't deny that he's very smart. That annoying crown. Interesting. A decade later. Went off the serum for a whole month. I thought I could stick with it this time, but when you actually feel yourself getting older by the day, you know you can fix it. It's hard to give up youth and beauty voluntarily. I bet most people couldn't do it if they had the choice. Imagine that. That would be so difficult. Just imagine that. 2075. Apparently the robot techs don't even know how their own systems work. Robotechs. It's just a simple bat file in the root directory of the database server, for crying out loud. Hardly the hack of the century or anything. So Imogene's a computer wizard, it sounds like. She mentioned it earlier. 2076. Things are just going from bad to worse. The things Robert tells me. Most people don't even know how bad it is, and here we sit, safe in our little Cabot family bubble of privilege. Try to talk to Jack about it, but he's in his own world as usual. I doubt he even knows what year it is. And Mother, don't even get me started. Her whole life is a state of denial. I know this is insane to even think, but maybe this is for the best. You think I could just get a gun or some poison if I really wanted to end it for myself, but I could never be that. Deliberate. How selfish must I be to think that I need the world to end as a way for me to get out of killing myself? Whoa. It went dark there. And then 2077, it's happening. I think a bomb must have hit somewhere near. Power's out all over as far as we can see from here. The emergency power is still on in the house, but not for long. Edward and Jack went to try and get to Parsons' priorities, you see. Jack left Anders in charge here. He seems competent enough, but there's something about the way he's been looking since it happened that I don't like. I'd better get back to Mother. Who is Anders? I don't know if we've heard of Anders before. And then so that was the day, that was the day of the bomb. And then this is shortly after, about a month after. Got the power back on. Things are very bad, but I would never admit this to anyone. But this is the most fun I've had since I can remember. I'm not bored anymore. Maybe this is how most people feel all the time. I really can't remember how I felt before the serum. Oh, and Anders is dead. I killed him. Whoa. No one can believe it. 2 days after Jack left, he decided that Cabot House belonged to him, and Mother and I would have to leave. I can't really blame him. I mean, it was the end of the world. I'm not sure most employment agreements cover that, but he made the mistake of underestimating me. He didn't know how fast I was or how strong. I would have just made him leave, but he decided to fight. Probably better that way. One less person out there who knows about what we have here. We haven't heard from Jack for a week. He and Edward made it to Parsons at least. Jack radioed when they arrived. Trying to be cheerful as usual, put on a happy face for Emma Jean. But who really knows if they're going to manage? At least Edward is with him. If anyone can get through this, it's Edward. Emma Jean is kind of a badass. And then I think she was liking not being in the privileged bubble as much, right? After, when she mentioned that she's had the most fun after the bombs dropped. Because you're back, you're in survival mode at that point, right? I think we got this. Let's just double check. Yes. All right, here we go. Jack made it back finally. He says Edward is very sick from radiation. Left him at Parsons. I don't think he expects him to live. I'm not sure why neither of us is sick. I was out quite a lot now that I think about it. Maybe another of the many benefits of Jack's magic serum. I'll have to thank Father the next time I see him. So that must have been when Edward got ghoulified, right? 2089. Turns out that eventually even the apocalypse can get boring. Jack and Edward are too good at keeping us safe. It looks like the Cabot family is immune from the end of the world, just like everything else. We just shrug it off and keep on going, just like we always have. Sometimes I'm very pleased about that. It makes me feel incredibly superior. Sometimes it makes me really, really sad. Most of the time, it's just boring as hell. Dude, all right. Oh, all right, so July 4th, 2021, or 2120. Stop even telling anyone where I'm going. The world isn't as dangerous as Jack says. There are still people out there living their lives like they always have. I guess more of them are willing to kill you now, but that's probably just because they can. I always got the feeling that plenty of people would have liked to see us dead before, they just couldn't get away with it. I mean, they've done a good job of surviving. They did have a sentry bot out front when we first arrived, which kind of helps. But that got me thinking when I came back here just this time, where'd that sentry bot go? Where is it? And then 2251, over 100 years later. Don't know how Jack keeps himself busy day after day. You'd think he would realize that it was hopeless by now, after all these years and years. Maybe he's just going through the motions the way I am. Or maybe he stopped trying to cure Father. I mean, what happens after? To us. I'm the only one that's ever tried to go without the serum. Maybe Jack and Mother think they could just give it up, but I think they're fooling themselves. Dude, this was a great find. No, it is not. This was a great find. Now we need to make sure... Are there any other terminals up in here? Oh, surgical journal. Nice. Permanently inflict plus 2% limb damage. Love that. Lorenzo Cabot's journal. Thursday, 8 February 1894. Off Cape Cod, aboard SS Wakeful. Finally away, Emma Jean and Wilhelmina, I struggle with that name so much, came to see me off. Emma Jean begging me not to go as usual. Poor girl. She takes these partings hard. Jack wasn't there, of course. He thinks I'm making a laughingstock of the whole family with these expeditions. Has no time for what he calls ancient superstitions. No matter, this time I'll return with proof that even Jack will not be able to deny. Saturday 10th, 1894, in the Atlantic aboard SS Wakeful. Weather is fine, and the captain promises a quick crossing to Lisbon. The red tape involved in organizing this expedition tried my patience, almost to the breaking point. But I'm sure it's better to obtain the necessary permits from the Omani authorities through the State Department. I can only hope that my sheaf of documents and ready cash will be enough to placate the local government when I arrive. And then still February 1894, Western Mediterranean aboard the SS Wakeful. This is interesting along his journey. So far, so good. Uneventful crossing. Metternich was waiting for us in Lisbon with the welcome news that he had perfected his electrical sensing apparatus, which is now safely on board in his crates. If it works as well as he claims, this may save us weeks or even months of excavation work. March of 1894, Suez, Egypt. Still waiting to finish hiring our team of diggers. I'm beside myself with impatience to be on my way. We are so close now, but I know from long experience that we will have better luck with an experienced Egyptian team than relying on the locals. Now, March of 1894 in Oman. At last, we docked yesterday and been unloading at a feverish pace. Any more delays and we'll be in danger of having to postpone until the summer heat has passed. March of 1894, near Wadi in Oman. We are on our way. Nothing more stands in my way but the impenetrable desert and the secrets of the ages. I welcome those challenges. They seem like child's play after the endless delays and paper shuffling bureaucrats I've had to overcome to get here. March of 1894, Arabia. We have reached the spot without incident. Some superstitious grumbling from our local guide, which I take to be a good sign. Tomorrow we'll see if Metternich's apparatus works. If not, we begin digging in the traditional way. Still March of 1894, still Arabia. Metternich's apparatus has been bulky. Sand in its delicate workings, no doubt, but he has obtained a favorable reading in a depression to the south. Heat during the day is tremendous. We'll see to work tomorrow and see what we see. April of 1894, still Arabia. Nothing yet at the Southern Depression. Metternich swears that it wasn't a false reading. 2 more days and then I'll have to begin a search grid across the whole site, as disappointing as that will be. How long is this? I'm loving it though. April 1894, Arabia. Success. Late this afternoon, the diggers struck worked stone, apparently the edge of a large circular structure. More trouble from the guide. The wisdom of not hiring the diggers locally now even more apparent as they pay little attention to him. April 1894, Arabia. I'm now convinced we have found Umar itself. We've uncovered several fragmentary inscriptions with runes that match the ancient text. We've made excellent progress clearing part of what appears to be a monumental plaza. April 94, Arabia. All work has stopped. Sandstorm, one of the worst I've ever experienced. We are huddled in our tents in the lee of one of the large outcroppings and must hope to ride it out. The darkness is complete, although it is mid-morning. April 94, Arabia. Sandstorm continues for a 3rd day, like nothing anyone has ever seen. The guide is becoming very troublesome. Some of the diggers are beginning to listen to his wild tales of ancient curses and forbidden secrets. Even the normally phlegmatic, that's an interesting word, Metternich is beginning to show signs of cracking under the strain. April 94, Arabia. Sandstorm is over, but 2 weeks of work has been undone. The area we had cleared is now buried under several feet of new sand. The guide disappeared in the night. I won't miss him, but the diggers are even more unsettled. May of 94, Arabia. Located what must be the foundations of the Great Temple. So far, nothing but stone and rubble, but something must have survived. Weather getting worse by the day. Metternich talking again of resuming work in the winter, but I won't hear of it, not when we're this close. May 94, Arabia. Must record everything while it's fresh in my mind. Although it's hard to concentrate with the crown right here in front of me. It's almost unbelievable, even to me, that I hold it in my hands, an artifact so clearly not made by any human civilization. But let me set this how it happened as clearly as I can. We had worked for at least a week to clear the shaft beneath the great temple. Even the diggers had caught the excitement. Then we hit solid stone. A cyclopean block? A series of blocks, as it turned out, obstructing the tunnel, clearly deliberately sealed by the builders. We almost despaired of getting through. 3 days of laborious pickwork. I wouldn't risk explosions here of all places, then break through into darkness. I was first in. The dust of ages covered everything. Clearly a burial crypt, sarcophagus at one end of the chamber. We lifted the lid and, inside, even I fell to my knees in shock. The diggers that were helping us fled. Metternich white-faced. I feared he was having a heart attack. Luckily, no. We'll make a full catalog of the tomb in the morning. I ordered it sealed up overnight. Not that I really believe any of the diggers would dare to enter it again, but better safe than sorry. I removed only the crown reverently without disturbing the body or any of the other artifacts. And so, vindication. The crown waits gleaming as if new made, although I know it is older than any human artifact ever uncovered. Later, I now know the city's name was not Ubar, and that this building was not a temple, and what was beneath it was not a crypt. I have so much to learn and so much to teach Wilhelmina, and Jack and Emma Jean when we return. We will return together. Oh, he's going to bring the whole family there. Yeah, I think he's going to bring the whole family there. Monday, May 14th. Metternich was extremely surprised to see me wearing the crown this morning, and tried to argue with me when I ordered the men to bury everything we've uncovered. Doesn't matter now. Sandstorms will erase all evidence that they were ever here long before anyone can. Stumble across the site again before anyone can stumble across the site again. And the city's location is now safe with me until I can return and uncover more of her secrets when I am ready. Oh, and that's it. That's it. Wow. So he went there, all that work, got the crown, put it on, planned to bring everybody back, then kind of, nice timing on that one, kind of abandoned it to be covered because he knew where he was going.
I don't need anything right now, thank you.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Whoa, man, I didn't realize this was back here. Or maybe I did, I was just like, hey, we'll check this later. Most likely what happened. And you know what else I'm starting to realize now? Jack is probably up at Parsons, isn't he? He's not even here. He's got to be... Wait.
Yes.
No, we need a Zeta gun for London, not for 4. We need it for London. Whoa. Or is this just back up? Yeah, all right, this is just back up here. My bad. All right. Yeah, he must be up at Parsons. So, and that does make sense based on what I'm remembering from when we left Parsons. Let's just kind of triple check. Maybe he's down here. I know I can turn on the quest marker, but we're here. Oh, we might as well check. This is Edward's. I'm not going to take Edward's stuff. I like Edward. Although, I don't have issues with Jack in the family. A little weird. A little old. But generally, no issues. Ooh. I will take some purified, though, if you don't mind. Anything else? Oh, and a Nuka. Don't really need the food or the alcohol. McCready, I would say probably feel free to stock up on what you need, buddy.